All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm actually going to take you thrifting with me today. I have about 3 hours to kill and I'm stopping by this first store that's closing. I will link it below in case you're in the Los Angeles area and want to check it out. It's 50% off everything in the store. And then at the second part of the video, I will take you to regular Goodwill and show you some good finds that I found there. So enjoy, relax, sit back. I'll chime in when there's something relevant to share. All right, this first item is a brand called David Benjamin. I did end up looking it up afterwards. It's probably worth anywhere from 10 to 30. There were a couple spots in the back and it's pretty bulky, not the right season. So I decided to pass on that. But if it were $1, if it was the right season, I probably would have picked it up. All right, next up is, it looks like another men's jacket by a brand called Slate & Stone. Now this one was, I checked the zipper, not a white YKK zipper. It was kind of pilled, not the right season, but you can get about $20 to $60. 60 being the leather coat, it's more like 20 to 30 for that kind of style. And maybe a little bit more if it were the right season, but I decided to pass on it. Well, I didn't find any shoes to pick up. They were all kind of junk. I did just want to mention that you can see this fixture is on sale. If you ever have a thrift store closing near you and you're in need of a mannequin, it's worth checking out. I know I've been asked what kind of mannequin I use. Mine is great. It's simple. It swivels, so I don't have to put it on anything. And it gets the job done really well. I'll link it below. I believe it was between 50 and 100. I can't remember the exact price, but if you are wanting something cheaper, definitely keep an eye out for thrift store closing or stores closing in general. So. All right, as you can see, here's a Lululemon tank. It's got some pilling under the armpits. It's just all in all kind of an outdated style. There was no price on it, and at this store, if there's no price, sometimes they won't even sell it for you. I ended up getting it, and he only ended up charging me $2. So I probably will only get about 15. So I wouldn't pick that up if it were any more expensive. Here's a St. John tank. I do like this brand, but the shell tanks that I've sold in the past, I'm lucky to get 12 to 15 for them, sometimes up to $20. This had a couple small holes. I was worried about the solid color having maybe some faint stains, so it just wasn't worth it for me. All right, so here's an Anthropologie piece by the brand Maeve. Maeve I don't get too much for, and I don't know if I show the price here, but I was just kind of inspecting to see if there were any stains, and sure enough, there were some very faint stains on the front. Yes, you can do stain treatment, but for $2 to $3, I really don't want to put any work into something that might only sell for 15 to 18, so I decided to pass on that. All right, here is a tank from Madewell. They have it priced, I think, at $4 or $5, $4, so it would be about $2. Immediately I noticed the pilling under the armpits, but it's a size large, and I put it in my hand to hold on to for possibly me to wear. So yeah, sometimes I do pick up cheap things for myself when I'm outsourcing. All right, this is an adorable little jumpsuit that look like kids by a brand called Dapper Plus Crown. It's got this cute tie, it's kind of pant length. I did look it up. It's actually a Pasadena brand, which is where I was at, but they closed down in 2019 and there were no sold comps, just items listed. So, and here we have a single stitch tee. Now here's the deal. I am all about learning by picking things up. I did look up this Torres, Fantago, something like that. I did try to find some information. I did a Google Lens search to see if I could find anything, but I couldn't. And, you know, if it's something maybe a little more interesting to me, I would pick it up definitely with that single stitch. But I just didn't want to take the risk. Here's a Marc by Marc Jacobs. It looks like a little linen dress, but it wasn't linen. It just kind of had some pilling on it. It was cute. It was appropriate for the season. They didn't have it marked, I don't think, too high. But here I'm looking at the material tag because it just feels like linen. I think it's a cotton blend, but to be honest, this Marc by Marc Jacobs bags do really well for me, but the clothing doesn't typically move very quickly. And I just decided to leave it just because the fabric didn't seem like the best condition. Here's another large Madewell tank. I did find a small hole in it. I'm all about wearing those, you know, casual basics for myself, but I already have a lot of flat items that I end up putting in my own closet. I don't need any more, so I left it behind. All right, so for the stuff I'm getting, this is a Not Your Daughter's Jean large top. I've sold this. I should get about 20 to 25. This is a Diletta top with some snaps, Anthropologie. I'm probably only gonna get about 15 to 18. This is an Akimi and Kin top. It doesn't have a size, but I'm expecting probably about 15 to 20, hopefully 18 to 20 for that one. This is an All Saints men's shirt. It's kind of got a soft feel to it. I'm probably expecting about 25 to 30 for that one. This is Anthropologie Cartonnier, some chino pants. I thought it was fun with the pastel, size 2, and they were only gonna be $2 to $3, I think $2.50, so I decided it was good for the season. Probably I'll only get about $20. This is a Prana tee, size large. It's got hemp material in it, and it's just a cute style, but I'll probably only get about 18 to 20. This one, I actually noticed there were some faint stains. So again, I don't really want to pick up damaged stuff for myself, even if it's only a couple dollars. I realized what I was doing. I put it back on the hanger so I could put back. And here's that Lululemon tank. Again, with the pilling and everything, I decided, you know, it's got a good, nice little back pocket. It's a nice, cute blue color. And I'll probably get somewhere between 15 to 20 for it at best. All right, I wasn't expecting much there because they had announced the sale a few days ago, but I was out car camping and couldn't go. So that's totally fine. I got 7 items for $17.50. That store was never one of my favorites. It has no AC and it's warm. So it's really hard to stay in there for a long time, but I'm gonna head to one Goodwill. And I thought I'd just join those together on this thrift with me. This Goodwill is not having a $1 a day right now, but I do have a 20% off coupon. They recently in Los Angeles started to do if you're on their email list, 20% coupon off each month, and they'll email it to you. And I haven't used mine this month. So if I find a few good things, I can buy them at full price, maybe 50% off because there is a color of the week. And that 20% will just kind of be a bonus on anything full price. So we'll see if I can pick up a few high dollar items, and I'll take you along. All right, I do not think this has ever happened to me in all my time thrifting, where I've walked into a store and immediately picked up 3 awesome items within the first 10 seconds. This is a COMMONTAGS pair of girlfriend jeans. I was going back to the shoe area and just happened to look left and saw the girlfriend at the end and just about died. I'll get to this brand in a second. I ended up leaving it behind, which I'll explain soon. But then I noticed there was another pair of girlfriend, and I was just like about to jump up and down, but I didn't want to draw attention to myself. Jeans standard pricing in Los Angeles is about $9.99 per pair. And I had that 20% off coupon. So I was really stoked about those. This collab between Miss 60 and I can't remember the other name, what is great, these jeans recently sold for $90 on Poshmark, but there's not supposed to be this giant hole. And I don't want to put any work or pay someone to put any work into an item. So I decided to leave those behind. But just as I was leaving those behind, I noticed a third pair of girlfriend. And I honestly am just like, what is going on with this denim section? I've never really had that much luck at this store. I used to come here a lot. Obviously, I'm like, what is going on? And so I decided instead of going to shoes, I would stay in the denim. And sometimes that's just the best thing you can do. I'll show you at the end all the denim that I found and decided to pick up. Here I am in the jackets. I do like looking in off-season areas when I have a limited time. I only had about an hour to an hour and a half at this store, and I had to go pick up my dog. So I was kind of trying to scoot by pretty quick, but stay tuned for what I pick up at the end. All right, stumbled across this Madewell utility jacket. I love picking up utility jackets. I am aware that this store does mark up some brands, but this was purple, so it was 25% off. With my 20% coupon, it would have kind of brought it back to, under $10, but just not worth it for a Madewell jacket at the moment. This store typically looks at J. Crew, Lucky Brand, Madewell, Free People, and we'll mark those up a little bit. There are some stores in LA that mark up a lot more and some that just don't. So I just think you should try lots of different stores in your area or drive a little bit further like I do to find a variety. But here's the Sundance velvet jacket. I thought it was adorable, but it just had a lot of signs of wear on the velvet. Not worth the price, even with the discount. Here's a helmet in Lang. I have sold this exact jacket about 2 or 3 months ago. I think I only got about $40 for it, which is the value. It is designer, so I'm not surprised that they marked it up a little bit, but it had some pilling, and I just decided it wasn't worth the probably $10 after the discounts to only maybe get $30 with that flawed item. So I left that behind. All right, so I went to a different part of the store to show you what I'm grabbing. These are a pair of Keen shoes. I own this exact pair with the black, and I should be able to get about $35 for those. All right, now on to some of the denim I picked up. This is one of the girlfriend pairs of jeans. It looks like I might be able to get anywhere from $50 to $100 for that item. It's a size 28. They were, I think the one on the left-hand side for you is also a size 28, and the one on the right is a size 29. The new tags obviously should get probably around 75. The other one probably only about 40. This was probably a bad pickup, but they only had this marked at $4.99, maybe like a kid's denim because it was fairly tiny at a size 25. But it does have a small spot that I'm going to try and stain treat and get out. It's really adorable, this kind of plaid, Free People, moto style. But all right, this I believe is a pair of Madewell, and this is a boy jean. It's a high rise, pretty basic, but again, I really do like that rise, and I don't find it as much. So I decided to grab those. Probably will get about $40, 35 to 40. So this is And Other Stories, which is an H&M line, a little bit higher end. It's just a high-rise pair of jeans. I thought it was on point with style. I'll probably get about 30 to 35 for that. All right, next up is a high-rise pair of Hudson jeans. This style actually looks like I should be able to get about 50, which is great. High-rise, raw hem, and yeah, I'm not opposed to picking up the brand if it has good comps on the style. This is a pair of a brand called AMO. I've sold it once before, but it was low rise. This is a high rise pair, size 29, and the comps on that actually looked pretty decent, maybe about 40 to 50. All right, this is a brand Muubaa, M-U-U-B-A-A. It's new with tags, probably retailed for about $500, and it looks like I should be able to get over $100 for it, so definitely a good pickup. And this next item is an Anthropologie Cartonnier jacket. It had a spot or two, but I love the style, and I'm hoping for still maybe $40 to $50 for it. All right, so I've got a race to go get the dog before they close, but today ended up being a decent day. The girlfriend jeans really threw me for a loop because it was like right when I walked in, I was headed towards the shoes in the back, and I saw one, and then I saw two, and then I saw three. Bummer about that other pair of jeans that I looked at, because that actually looked like decent comps. One sold for 90. I'm sure it could be repaired, but it's just not up my alley. So I'm gonna go get the dog. That's it for today's video. Hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.